All right, I'd like to call to order the village board meeting of Monday, May 6, 2019. We'll open with silent prayer and meditation. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Our first order of business is to give the oath of office to our two newly elected.
Do roll call. Do roll call first.
No. So, let's do it,
We're here?
right. We'll arc them out. Right here? I'll stand over here. I'm gonna do all three at one time, so when I say state the name,
Oh, I guess we can't do roll call. These guys get so.
repeat after me.
All right.
I state your name.
I, Mark J. Carroll,
Have been elected the office of village trustee
been elected to the village trustee
in the village of North Aurora,
in the village of North Aurora,
in the county of Kane,
in the county of Kane,
aforesaid,
and aforesaid,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of North Aurora Village Trustee to the best of my ability.
of the office of village trustee to the best of my knowledge.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. Very good.
Congratulations.
Get your signature on these before we lose. Now if we could have roll call. Where's my, my official roll call individual?
I'm going to start left to right. Trustee Gately?
Here.
Trustee Martinez?
Here.
Trustee Carroll?
Here.
Trustee Curtis?
Here.
Trustee Lowry?
Here.
Trustee Gaffino?
Here.
And Mayor Berman.
Mayor Berman?
Thank you. No audience comments. Trustee comments. Consent agenda.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Trustee Gately?
Yes.
Trustee Martinez?
Yes.
Trustee Carroll?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
And Trustee Gaffino?
Yes.
I have no old business, new business. Item number 1, Mr. Hanna.
Thank you. Item number 1 is approval of the ordinance formally adopting the village's budget for the fiscal year 2019-2020. This budget includes the salary schedule and authorized staffing for the upcoming fiscal year, ready to be approved.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Trustee Gately?
Yes.
Trustee Martinez?
Yes.
Trustee Carroll?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
And Trustee Gaffino?
Yes.
And item number 2, Mr. Laskowski.
Thank you, Mayor. This item is the replacement of a computer and the traffic signal cameras at the intersection of Ice Cream Drive and Randall Road. A short time ago, this traffic signal malfunctioned, and it malfunctioned in a very bad way, actually displaying green signals to all branches of the intersection. When it was found that it did that, we immediately turned it into flash and turned the signal off. We had it repaired, and when it was repaired, the contractor told us that the parts that are in the computer are now obsolete, and the manufacturer doesn't make them anymore. So we're requesting an upgrade to that controller and the replacement of those parts in the amount of $19,371. That
Motion
will
to
replace
approve.
the cameras and the computer.
Second.
Discussion?
Is that the same system that's on all our traffic lights? Or, I mean, should we be checking the rest of them to make sure that doesn't happen again?
I believe that was one of the older ones out of the ones that we're responsible for maintaining. We do have Mead out from time to time checking on them for us, so we could take a good look and see, how close those are to being
Tell
serviced
them
as well.
if we have others not to throw away the parts. Any other discussion? You don't think, we're just thinking about the controllers, $20,000, but what it is to put up a stop
What it
signal.
is,
It's not
gotta
cheap.
have it.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Gately,
Yes.
Trustee Martinez,
Yes.
Trustee Carroll,
Yes.
Trustee Curtis,
Yes.
Trustee Lowry,
Yes.
and Trustee Gafino.
Item number 3, John.
Thank you, Mayor. This item is the approval of quotes to Hard Rock Concrete Cutters in the amount of $18,460. This is our annual sidewalk leveling program. The majority of the sidewalk leveling this year is going to be happening in the Tanner Trails neighborhood and Remington Landings.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Trustee Gately,
Yes.
Trustee Martinez,
Yes.
Trustee Carroll,
Yes.
Trustee Curtis,
Yes.
Trustee Lowry,
Yes.
and Trustee Gafino.
Yes.
Item number 4, John.
Thank you, Mayor. This item is the approval of a resolution acknowledging an emergency situation requiring the expenditure of funds over normal purchasing limits. This was an item that has to do with the collapsed 24-inch storm sewer over in the Tanner Trails neighborhood. At the end of March, beginning of April, we had a situation where there was a significant amount of water accumulating just south of CV Road in a farm field. We were investigating the source of that, and as we were doing that, one of our laborers discovered that there was a significant amount of water bubbling up from a pipe, a manhole, in a neighborhood a good distance away. When we investigated that, we turned out that there was a sinkhole forming in the side of a detention basin. It was probably the size of a small car at the time when we located it, and the source of that sinkhole then was a pipe that had collapsed underground. So that pipe was sucking down all that soil that was above it and created the hole. So it was one of those situations where that pipe backed up a lot of water into Tanner Trails Unit 6 up that way, and was actually putting that subdivision a little bit at risk of flooding because the backup was entering into the storm sewers
Wasn't
upstream.
draining. Yeah.
So this is just the approval of that expenditure that we had J&S Construction come in to repair that pipe. We are going to be continuing to look at this pipe because we're concerned about its condition in other places as well. So we'll be doing some investigatory work to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Trustee Gately,
Yes.
Trustee Martinez,
Yes.
Trustee Carroll,
Yes.
Trustee Curtis,
Yes.
Trustee Lowry,
Yes.
and Trustee Gafino.
Yes.
And item number 5, Mr. Bosco.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Item number 5 is the special events permit for NORDA, the North Aurora River District Alliance. This is for their annual concert series in North Aurora Riverfront Park. They did a little twist on it last year, and they're looking to do the same this year, which is instead of just doing one concert each month, they are looking to do a movie in the park again. So as it stands right now, it looks like it'll be 2 concerts and 1 movie in the park. We also added a new provision in the permit this year. In case there's a rain date, we basically now give the staff the ability to just approve an alternate date because technically their permits were for set dates and they actually had a rain date. We had to bring it back to the board. So this way it gives the staff flexibility to allow a rain date.
Motion to approve.
Set. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Trustee Gately,
Yes.
Trustee Martinez,
Yes.
Trustee Carroll,
Yes.
Trustee Curtis,
Yes.
Trustee Lowry,
Yes.
and Trustee Gafino.
Yes.
And item number 6, Mr. Bosco.
Item number 6 is for those special events. This is a resolution designating these events as a village-sponsored event, which would allow them to have BYOB in the park.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Trustee Gately,
Yes.
Trustee Martinez,
Yes.
Trustee Carroll,
Yes.
Trustee Curtis, Trustee Lowry,
Yes.
Trustee Gaffino.
Item 7, Steve.
Item number 7 is the approval of a special event permit for NORDA again. This is a event at the end of May, and it is basically it's a season opening of Water Wonders. So it's like a grand opening for the Water Wonders feature that is in North Aurora Riverfront Park, and they're using it as an opportunity to also try to recruit members to volunteer for NORDA.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Trustee Gately,
Yes.
Trustee Martinez,
Yes.
Trustee Carroll,
Yes.
Trustee Curtis, Trustee Lowry,
Yes.
and Trustee Gaffino.
Yes.
We're going to move the executive session to the end of so the next item is village president comments, and I don't have any committee reports. Trustee comments? Mr. Bosco?
Just one item. We approved the emergency purchases resolution earlier tonight. That is the first time in at least the 6 years almost that I've been here that we've had to invoke that provision. So once again, if you have any questions, always contact John and I. Would be more than happy to help you through that process. We're just thankful that it was resolved quickly and the price is not that much more than what we were hoping it would be. So ultimately, I want to thank John and his staff. I was out there a few times, and the amount of water that was out there was kind of startling if you're not used to seeing a giant pond on a farm field where it's not supposed to be. So it was interesting, and John was out there every day, and we have, as you know, in your emails, you'll have notes and everything that'll walk you through everything that was done by the staff. So thank you.
Well, we had a record amount of rain for the month of April. And we weren't the only municipality that had a lot of water and flooding. So good job.
Has that farmer been able to get in his field? Is the water drained off?
The water has drained off. That property is now owned by Kane County Forest Preserve. It's reaccumulated since the last storm, but it is draining down again. So the farmers in both farm fields haven't been in planting yet.
All right, Mr. Attorney.
No report.
Our village departments, Mr. Hanna,
No report tonight.
Mr. Toth.
Yeah, just a real quick note. Nancy Garrity, who is our building permit technician in the Community Development Department, is retiring as of Friday. So I just want to thank her for her service. She's been here, I think, 23 years now.
Yeah.
So if you've ever gotten a permit, you see her smiley face when you first walk in. But she is retiring as of Friday.
Very good.
I should also say, now that Mike's mentioned that, it's been in my emails, but as you may have seen, Cindy Tracco, our executive assistant / deputy clerk, is also retiring on Friday. And we had, as you may know, we had a public works laborer retire last week. So we've had 3 retirements in a span of 10 days. We have a replacement for Cindy who's due to start at the end of the month. Mike is finishing up his process to hire somebody for Nancy's position, and we hopefully like to wrap that up by the end of this week. And we're already recruiting for the public works laborer position.
Oh, Chief DeLeo,
No report.
Public Works, John.
No report.
And now we're going to adjourn to executive session, and we won't be coming back.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are now in executive session.